Hello friends, my name is Jitendra Bafna. I am a senior MuleSoft architect. In this video, we are going to see how to handle a transaction in JMS using MuleSoft. So basically, what is transaction? The transaction is nothing like we want to perform a series of operation within one transaction, right? Either it's fully committed or it's rollback. Let's consider I have scenario and I am performing a series of operation. If one of the operation got failed in that particular series of operation, in that case I have to roll back the transaction, and in case like if everything is successful, so I can commit that transaction, correct? So that is what we're going to see in this demonstration. So generally a transaction is supported by three connectors in MuleSoft. One is VM, second is JMS, third is database connector. Okay, in this video what we will try to do, we will try to post a message on HTTP listener, and like we will try to publish that same message in two queue within the same transaction. How we can achieve that, we will see that. Okay, so let me go to my ActiveMQ. Let me create a two queues. I click on queue and I will create two queue. Let me remove the existing. So I can create tran1 queue and tran2 queue. Okay, so these are the two queue. So I have to publish a same message within this two queue within the same transaction. So now I have to drag and drop a HTTP listener. I will start configuring the HTTP listener. So basically I will click on this plus sign. I will keep all the setting as a default. Then I can say /JMS. The next thing, okay, so what I will do, I want to show you some scenario. I want to publish the message to JMS, so I will use the publish JMS. I want to publish to two places, so what I will do, in this publish I will give a correct connection string, in this publish I will not give a correct connection string. Okay, so I will configure a connection string. I will click on this. Okay, okay, and like I can give a username. You have to define your driver. So in my case driver is already there. I will do the factory configuration. In factory configuration, here I will give a correct connection string. So TCP local host 61616. This is my correct connection string. I can say OK. Here I can provide my queue name, that is tran1. Okay, and if you want to define a content type, you can give that application /JSON. I will go to second publish. In second publish I will give a destination is tran2. Destination type is queue only. I can define a content type application /JSON. Okay, now I will define a connector configuration. Either I can use the same one, but here I want to define some invalid connection string. I will give the invalid password. So my username and password is admin, but I will give password as a admin1, which is incorrect password. So I want to fill the message, okay, in that case. So basically I will do edit inline. I can give a same connection string. Connection string is fine. Like now I given the wrong username and password. In that case also it will fill. Okay, so I have configured it. Okay, and at the end I can give a logger, and I can simply say a processing completed. Let me save the application. Let me save the application. It should deploy the application. So in this case, what will happen? I haven't used the transaction. The message will publish to one of the queue. The message will not publish to other queue. It will get error out because I have given the wrong password. We will see that, and it will never go to the logger component. Okay, the application deploy. Right now I don't have anything in my queue. Let me refresh it. That's it. The application is still deploying. Okay, now it's deployed. I will just post a JSON message on my this 8081. Processing completed. I don't know why. Let me check whether the message has gone to both the queue. It came here. I have done something wrong, I think. Let me give some other password. I'm not sure why I'm checking for publish. It's GMS1. Let me save everything. I think let me change the connection string better. I think it's taking any password for now because I haven't set up the correct authentication. So let me do one thing. I will just change the connection string better. You can do that also. So I am giving some invalid connection string. In that case, the message should publish to only one queue and it should error out. Okay, that's fine. I want to show you transactions. In this case, message will publish here and message will not publish to this one. So my requirement is that either the message needs to publish to both the queue, okay, otherwise it should not publish to any queue. So we will see that. First let me first let me show you like how these things works. Till that I will purge the queue. I don't want anything right now, so no message pending. Application, let's wait. It's starting. It started. Let me process the message. Send. So it's got 500 internal server error because its connection refused. Let me show you what is happening at queue level. Refresh. See, the message gone to tran1 but it not went to the tran2, right? Because we have given the wrong connection string. But my requirement is that either the message has to be go to both the transaction, both the queue, otherwise it should not go to a single queue also. So let me introduce the transactions. I can use the try. I will use a try catch block. So try catch support the transactions, a try catch block. I will put this both the scope, okay, here, both the publish message inside this, okay, and I want to show you something. So I can go to advanced. In advanced you have a various transaction action. So always join if possible not supported. So basically always join, it means like it is expecting like somebody begin the transaction, then it will join if possible. If transaction exists, somebody has begin the transaction, in that case it will join, otherwise it will ignore. That is the default option. Let me show with always join. So what will happen? Let me save the application. Let me clear out the queue. Oh shit, let me make it tran1 once again. Okay, so there's a no message, that's fine. I have saved everything. Let application to be deployed. You can ignore this error because we have given the wrong connection string, that's why. Let's wait while application is deploying. So what will happen in that case? I will show you what will happen. So let me publish the message. Send. I got the error. Let me check the queue. Okay, the message came to one queue. Let's wait. Still it's deploying. Okay, let me purge the queue. I want to show you scenario again. Send the message. So transaction is not available for this session, so refresh it. You will see the message will never go to tran1 and tran2. Because why? Because we have given, when we are publishing the message, what we have done under advanced, always join the transaction, but we have never begin the transaction, right? If I given this option, join if possible, let me try with this option. Join if possible. Let's wait. I will show you what happened here. In this case, it will behave like a normal, flow. Like it will not have any transaction. I will show you again. The message will publish to this particular tran1. The message will get not published to the tran2. Here always begin like if a transaction is available, then it will join. Sorry, if like in always begin, it required the transaction to begin. Somebody has to begin the transaction. In like join if possible, if transaction is available, then it will join. If not available, the flow will execute. So previously we got error like transaction is not available because we have never begin the transaction. Let me show this case. I have changed it to join if possible. This got error out. So this is the different error because it's saying like for Q2 it's not able to connect. We are giving the wrong connection string. Let me refresh this out. You will see the message in tran1, number of pending message 1. Let me purge this out. Now let me show you something. I will say try. In try you can always begin the transaction. Okay, and keep now once I will start the flow, there is always transaction, right? In that case the message will either publish to both the queue or it will not publish to a single queue also. Let me save all. So it will not commit the transaction in this case. Let's wait. Let me check the queue. No messages. Let me push the message. Could not connect. Let's see when we get the could not connect broker URL, right? In that case we have a message always in tran1, not in the tran2. But in this case we have used the transaction. There should be no message, right? In tran1 or see, we don't have a message in tran1 and tran2 because what happened in case of transaction, when we will begin the transaction, in that case either all the operation will be performed. If few operation perform, some operation fail, everything will be get rolled back. Now let me show you one more option. I can also use always join because I have already begin in the try. This time it should work. Advanced, always join, save all. So once I will save, so it will deploy the application. Let's wait while application is deployed. It will deploy. It's deployed. Let me check. You can ignore this error because we are not able to connect 61617, which is accepted. send the request. So we got this error. Check the queue, there should be no message. Same behavior, right? We got the message like connection refused, that is accept. Now what I will do here, I can use the GMS config correct one, right? I can remove I am changing the connector configuration to GMS config. Let's see, save everything. Not happen in that case. Let's wait while application is deploying. The application is deployed. Okay, it's redeploying it. Okay, the application is deployed. Send the message. This time it should be successful. We got the 200 okay, right? And here you can see a processing completed. There should be message in each and every queue. I can see it in tran1, tran2. So that is how you can use a transaction in the JMS queue. Okay, I hope you like the video. If you like the video, please click on like and the subscribe button. Thanks for watching.